So understanding a watch's dimension set is an important consideration to ensure great fit. In this QuickTake series, we've already looked at the most important factors: lug to lug, thickness and diameter. Today, we're going to talk through some of the final considerations when it comes to watch size and wearability. Let's talk about it. So this is the last video in the series looking at watch wearability. If you want to check out the rest of the series, click on the pop-out banner above or follow the link in the description below. So we now have a decent understanding of the main factors when it comes to size and wearability, but what else should we consider? First off, lug or strap width. This is simply the distance between two lugs, the area where the strap attaches to the case, but there's a few points to note. Firstly, stability on wrist. As a general rule, the larger the overall watch diameter, the larger the lug width, making the watch feel more planted on wrist. This is particularly important if the watch is wide and tall, making it feel more balanced with the strap or bracelet. Lug width generally increases in even numbers, 18, 20, 22mm for example. These are some of the most commonly used sizes, with 20 being most widely adopted. But as watch designs get more refined, the use of odd widths is increasing, with 19 and 21mm often being seen. There's nothing particularly wrong with this. If a watch's design dictates that 19mm is the perfect size, then fine, so be it. But it can make strap changes difficult. With 20mm being most common, over time, especially if you get sucked into this hobby, you'll find yourself amassing many straps. Watches are a great way to show individuality, and swapping out the strap is the easy way to do this, either for adapting a watch to suit a certain outfit or giving an older watch a new lease of life. But if you have a ton of 20mm straps, then go and buy a watch with a 19mm lug width, they're not going to fit, which sucks, especially as the choice of straps for odd lug widths isn't nearly as vast. The next consideration is weight. Generally, watches are made from stainless steel, but as you climb the watch buying ranks, more exotic materials present themselves. Gold, silver, tantalum, platinum. Precious metal options are commonly offered on high-end watches, which is nice. However, they add considerable mass to the wearing experience. Solid gold and platinum watches, especially on bracelets, are heavy. Yeah, I guess it's a sign of luxury. You definitely feel where your money has gone, but strapping on a 200g plus watch every day, well, you're going to feel that. Also, if it's fitted to a traditional strap like leather, the mass can cause top-heavy wear, with the watch wanting to rotate around your wrist. This is annoying. On the flip side, we have options like titanium, carbon and ceramic. These feel extremely light. Again, not really an issue. For wearability, these are good, but it can make you feel shortchanged, especially if you're paying thousands on a luxury watch. On a plus side though, they are adverse to scratching, which although not directly related to wearability, they do give you the assurance that your watch will stay looking pristine when you inevitably smash it against the door handle. As a general rule, white or light coloured dials tend to appear visually larger. Whether you like light coloured dials is your call, but this can be an advantage, especially if you're considering a watch you feel is slightly too small. In bright light, white dials and polished steel look similar, hiding the visual split between dial and case. It's sometimes enough to elevate a watch's look to appear slightly larger. If your watch comes on a bracelet, you'll almost certainly have to adjust the size by removing links. The point to note here is to keep the clasp central to the bottom side of your wrist. If it's too far to the left or to the right, it can become uncomfortable when wearing for long periods. Plus, it looks a little strange. Micro adjustment, if the bracelet has it, can help with this, evening out the links on either side. Speaking of micro adjustment, it's increasingly common for straps to feature on-the-fly adjustment, meaning size can be adjusted without the need for tools, and sometimes without even taking the watch off your wrist. The practicality of micro adjustment cannot be underestimated. Take Rolex's Glide Lock for instance. This is featured on most of their dive watches and allows you to increase or decrease size in 2mm increments. Your wrist will have the tendency to expand or contract in hot and cold environments, and having the ability to make the strap slightly larger or smaller at will is a massive benefit to wearability. So case finish can affect wearability in two ways. First off, perceived size. A watch that's all high polish will play more with ambient light. This can make a watch appear larger, but also attract more attention. On the flip side, a case that features an all brush finish, especially one made from a darker material like titanium, has the opposite effect. Whether you have a flashy or subtle demeanour is all you, but depending on use case, it's a worthy consideration. Secondly, a watch that's all of high polish will show the slightest of scratches. If you're precious about your new purchase or have extreme OCD, you'll need to invest in some good polishing cloths, especially if you wear it every day. Again, watch out for door handles, and your belt buckle, and zips, and buttons, and fresh air. Seriously, looking after an expensive watch can be a chore. You either need to accept that it's going to get scratched, buy one out of titanium or ceramic, or leave the hobby for good. So there we go, our rundown of considerations when it comes to wearability and size. Remember, absolutely none of this really matters. Watches or wider watch collecting is great because there are literally thousands of options available to us. It's got nothing to do with how much a watch costs, what brand it's made by, or what other people think about it. Even though we love this hobby, they're just material objects at the end of the day. What matters is how it makes you feel. If you love large watches but have small wrists, so what? If you have big tree trunk arms and love dainty dress watches, have at it. Remember, buy what you love. It's all that really matters. Guys, thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on weight, material, and finishing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next upload, and we'll catch you in the next video.